again. It's another episode of the Outlaw of College Football. We got a few things to talk about today, even though we're in the sort of a dead period. I mean, the signing day was yesterday. A lot of teams, Alabama, Oklahoma, even Auburn. Auburn put on a big push at the very end. They got up to number 7. Very surprising that Auburn ended up with a top 10 class like that, but they did. And we're going to talk about Coach Prime, old con time Deion Sanders, and we got a little thing up here for him, as you can see, in dedication to him just basically shitting the bed in recruiting after all that hullabaloo about he was going to change landscape in Colorado, right? And then, of course, we got Florida State once again wetting their diapers like they always do. And, if I was the Big Ten in the SEC, I don't know if I'd want to have anything to do with it. And they're the one that signed that they're the one that signed that damn 2036 contract, and now all of a sudden they want to try to find a way out of it. Well, they were all for it when it was signed. They had that guaranteed money. Now they see everybody else making bigger money. They want to try to leave. That's just not the way it works, man. And like I said, if I was the SEC and Big Ten, I don't know if I'd want them in here. You know what I'm saying? But see who we got up in here real quick. Do a little roll call. You got Big Cojones Kelly in the house, Mary Caroline Killer Breeze, Thunder OU Sooner, John Ritchie, Mike Wilkerson in the house. And a lot of these people got their badges too. They're in the Outlaw Posse. You want to get your badge and get deputized like them? It's $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. It's just a bottle of water. Little join button, next subscribe button. You'll get your badge. You'll get deputized. You'll get a random Four Horsemen shout out on the podcast. Or on here, because I got the Four Horsemen shout-outs down here on the ticker tonight. We'll see those in just a second. But I'm going to bring my boy Jonathan Lewis in here. He's a pretty good guy at this recruiting stuff. That's more his wheelhouse than mine. I do have a few notes and a few screenshots that I'm going to share about it that I looked up. But I'm going to bring him in here now to help me out. How's it going, brother?
What's going on? Not laughing so hard right now this time. I try to keep it serious.
Yeah. Just stay away from the mushroom patches in the backyard and you'll be all right.
They're so stupid. No, it's my favorite time of the year, which is recruiting, so I try to take it a little bit more serious. Yeah, I'm excited to get on here and talk about this, especially Deion. This is a real interesting topic to talk about, really. Bringing in the fact that he was brought to Buffalo to do what? Recruit and coach, but mainly recruit. So very interesting topic tonight.
Yeah, I got something here in just a second I'm going to share with y'all. That one first, that's the thing in the upper right-hand corner there that I shared already on here, but I'm going to give y'all a bigger shot at that to see exactly what we're dealing with here. It's a con man. But they ranked like 21st, right? And they amazingly dropped 57 places overnight. How's that happen, man?
So what they go off of is projections. Number one, we're in the early signing period, so this won't be done, right, for the next couple of months in all reality. But the projections had Colorado signing quite a few big names on early signing day, and almost all of them, including the big-time offensive tackle, or I know lineman Staten was supposed to sign, and he didn't. So it looks like there's a lot of movement as far as getting away from Colorado. What I'm interested in is what caused such the shift in movement in recruiting to get away from Colorado so much to go from a projected top 20 recruiting class, which is what 247 Sports said could possibly happen, almost a lock at top 25, to now I don't know if they're going to get above 60 when it's all said and done, and that's including getting a couple of the ones that, they're not supposed to get. This is going to be really interesting to see, how Deion can recover from this. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, the number one transfer class, and we already seen how that panned out. You can't live in the transfer portal. You got to do a balance of both, mainly recruiting, right, with an addition of transfer portal, where Deion's trying to shift this and use the transfer portal at the beginning mainly. But I can't believe where they're sandwiched in between. When you look at these teams like Texas State, and I get it, it's early. Texas State, right? Central Michigan, like it's on the screen right now, and a bunch of other ones. I believe there's only one other Power 5 team behind them, right? In Oregon State.
And Oregon State's the only Power 5 team that finished worse. And, like you said, I brought this up just to illustrate where they're at. They're in between Texas State and South Alabama, and even higher up than that's Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan's probably one of the worst programs in Power 5, man. And how can you – I just don't see how someone could – I mean, that's got to be some kind of record to go from 21st to 98th.
I've never –
transfer portal. Oh, but they're saying their transfer portal class. Man, that's like being the best minor league team. Nobody gives a shit. That'd be like you winning the minor league title or something in baseball. Nobody cares. Does anybody know who won the minor league championship in the Southern League last year? Nobody.
Well, I think the key thing a lot of people are missing in this whole Deion thing, and I know you probably pointed this out before, but I've never been on here when you have, but I'm sure you have. When you're at Jackson State and you get these kids transferring from like a backup Penn State running back and all these other right Power 5 teams into Jackson State, your teams are going to look great because he's going against other teams that don't have that competition, that don't have that level of talent on those teams. Now, that's not the case. When he faces an Arizona, when he faces a USC, right, that's where usually he's pulling from to start at an HBCU school in Jackson State. That's not the case anymore. So now you're fighting fire with fire at this point, and it's not going to work. Like I said, transfer portal is an addition to help in a positional need, right? 1 or 2 spots, not a whole team.
Well, man, it's like, I was telling you earlier off the air, I mean, getting 4 and 5 star athletes to Jackson State and conning them into coming there with the promise that he's going to somehow elevate Jackson State to Division I status, which is what he did.
Yeah.
That gives him a very big advantage over those other HBCU schools who probably don't have 1 or 2 star athletes. So, of course, he's going to start winning at a high rate there. But when you come to Division I football, suddenly everybody else is just as big as a rock star as you are. Even the Eastern Michigans of the world are out recruiting you.
And I'll push back on this big ponies, Kelly, since I'm being I'll be funnier later probably, but right now, I don't know. I always take transfer portal and recruiting kind of serious. You say when you lose roughly 60 scholarship players, you have no choice but to hit. No. Here's the thing. Deion came in and basically told a lot of those guys they're leaving, period. Right? I'm bringing my Louis. I'm bringing my son to start a quarterback.
Exactly.
He openly said his son will start a quarterback no matter what. There wasn't a competition. So to sit there and say that, 60 players left, so you have to use a transfer portal. No. Let's not go back and twist things around a little bit.
No.
He forced a lot of those guys out.
He brought him in his office, and there was a clip out there of this guy brought him in his office and told him.
Yes.
And then he said he brought him in there to tell him he's letting him go, and he got one of his assistants to do it. And he told his assistant, he said, tell him. Like that right there. And then another one was saying that he has a carpet or a rug in front of his door that says, did you ask to enter? That kind of shit. That just don't sound like a good way to sell yourself to your players or your clientele or anybody, man. What I mean? I don't think Nick Saban would have something out there that says, look, do not enter this office unless you ask or you knock or whatever, man.
And I'm not, out of both of us, we know that – I'm sorry, I need to bring this down because it's weird seeing my face like that. Out of both of us, we know that I'm more of on the fence, right, when it comes to coaches and players, when it comes to Deion. Because I didn't see a lot of what you saw. I didn't grow up watching Deion Sanders. I didn't. But I can tell you this. Deion is he has his own way, and he's not going to come off of that way. And what's dangerous about that sometimes is if your way doesn't work, it's going to bite you in the ass, which it's doing right now. And I had to go back and look. But if I'm a Colorado fan, here's what worries me more than anything. It's not the 98th place. It's when you go back and look at the past year's Colorado classes at this point in time, They're all ahead of him, by the way. They're one. I think last year was like 30th. The year before that, they were 47th. They're not near what they normally are in recruiting, with more money, with a bigger name head coach, with bigger athletes recruiting for Colorado. That's where I'm ringing the alarm bells, is like, why were we better in the past, like decade, than right now? What's the big change? That's what would worry me if I'm a Colorado fan in general. And Deion. Deion has to be a little alarmed right now with what's going on. Anybody that says otherwise, I'm not going to believe it.
I just pulled up the top 4 classes that they had today. They got Georgia number 1, Alabama number 2, and Miami number 3, with Ohio State number 4, and Texas is number 5.
Yeah.
Oklahoma ended up finishing 9th, according to them. It was 10th yesterday, so they moved up a spot. Now we got a lot of Oklahoma fans in here. They did sign like the number 1 running back in the nation, I think.
Yeah.
So it was a good haul for them. But what really surprised me was Auburn. Auburn, they were like 13th to number 7 overnight. I mean, they didn't just finish in the top 10. They made themselves well into the top 10. And, they had a 6-6 year. So I figured, their recruiting wouldn't be as good. But it looks like they're making a lot of inroads. Looks like Hugh Freeze is he's trying to build him back up like another Ole Miss.
Well, if you go back and look, so me in recruiting. If you go and look at what Auburn did, Hugh Freeze didn't come into Auburn just saying, I want to control the program. He said the recruiting must have a bigger budget. That was part of his stipulation in his contract. So I think the bigger budget with the recruiting had a massive effect on this because I know they had one of the lowest in the SEC. I believe it was like bottom 5. So they had no chance, essentially, without a big name head coach coming in and just bringing the allure without the money. And now they have Hugh Freeze, like you said, coming off a 6-6 season, and now with the money. Yeah. But, and Big Conus Kelly, when you talk about the facilities for Colorado too, you're right. They have great – that's what I'm saying. Colorado has alumni. They have history. They've won national championships, right? It's not like it's a team that's never won before. That's, once again, worrisome to me.
Well, David Orwig's basically backing up what you're saying to Big Conus Kelly. I saw the video when he insulted all the former Colorado players.
Yeah.
I was dumbfounded as to say, wonder why anyone would want to play for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like he's coming in and pulling a Bear Bryant and just saying, hey, I'm gonna weed out the slackers. He didn't even give him a chance, like you said. He didn't even give him a chance.
No, he didn't.
He automatically declared his son the starter without even giving those other quarterbacks any kind of look. That's just him being all about himself.
Right.
He thinks everybody's there for him. He's narcissistic, man, and he sees people as property. He even probably sees his own sons as property, in my opinion. But I brought up something. I got something that you were talking about. You actually gave me this idea. I'm going to bring it up real quick because I thought that was a pretty good idea that you had earlier. I'm going to share what Colorado's ranking was in 2022 when their previous regime was here. See if it's any different.
I believe it was 30th, 2022 or no?
2022, they were number 58.
Oh, 58. There we go.
And they're 98 now.
So no. That's overall rank. Make sure you look at the composite. The composite rank's what you want to look at.
Well, yeah. So, overall rank's 58 and composite's 47. So that's a good 40 or 50 spots for a team that was 1-11, right?
Yeah.
And you mean tell me you won quadruple the games this year, have all this, publicity. You mean you can't bring in better than a 98th ranked class with 6 recruits?
Now, I will say this. I know. Even I have a hard time saying this. It's not the end. This is early signing period. We got a long ways to go to this end.
Not really.
But
Not really. Early signing period has become the signing period because you sign more players now. So it's really the signing period. That's just the late signing period.
Well, I mean, what I'm getting at is most of the bigger players have not signed yet. Like a lot of them, Colorado.
A bunch of big players signed today.
No, a bunch have, but a bunch that Colorado was targeting have not signed. That's what I'm getting at. Is they haven't.
They're not going to sign.
All I'm saying is I wouldn't say they're going to finish 98th. That wouldn't be a smart thing to say. They're going to climb in the ranking to some degree, but they're not going to finish there. But the chances of them finishing in the top 40, 50 is very low at this
Most
point.
of the good players are off the board, really.
Well, their top offensive lineman in the country is not, and he's the one that was projected to go to Colorado, but supposedly he's now leaning towards Maryland, right? So that's what I'm talking about.
From what Nick Saban was saying, that now the early signing period is the signing period because we signed 23 players yesterday.
Yeah, we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah, well, most teams did sign over 20 players.
So when I look, let me bring up the list of recruits that didn't sign.
Most people signed anywhere from, it looked like, 18 to 23 players.
Let's see here.
John Ritchie says that he thinks that they might raise up to about 67. I might be able to go with that.
Yeah, that's about what I would, if I had to project. I'm thinking between like probably 55 to 65, anywhere in that range, at best. And that's if they sign the rest of the people they need to sign.
What's up, MCAT?
This could get worse in all reality as well, by the way.
That's right, Godfather, con time. I'm glad people are finally getting it right now. Because it ain't prime time, it's con time.
Oh.
Let's see what else we got up here. Mary Caroline says the Warren Sapp hire is wild. The guy's nuts.
That one dumb. He hired Warren Sapp off of a name, if you ask me. That's just my opinion.
Well, that's what they're doing. I mean, that's what he did at Jackson State is, he's fooling people up with his fame and glory. But once you get to this level, man, you got rock stars all over the place. You got Nick Saban, Ryan Day.
Yeah.
Who else? Brent Venables. I don't know if Brent Venables is really a rock star at it yet, but he's getting there. He's finished with top 10 classes all 3 years that Brent Venables has been here. They've been top 10 every year.
Now, and I agree with Big Honus Kelly here. Colorado has to be top 20 to compete for conference championships. I mean, hell, to be honest with you, in that conference, they may need to be better than that. Like, I don't know.
Who's paying all the hires at Colorado? Did they get a business loan?
They got big boosters, Colorado.
I don't know. I'm like, they're spending all the money on the coaches, but are they going to have enough money for their NIL collective? Are they going to have that might be their problem is they don't have a real good NIL collective.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the status of that, how that goes with them, but yeah.
I want to change subjects on you just a second, unless you got something else you want to dig up.
Somebody was asking about USC's ranking. USC is at 18th right now. They don't even have a 5-star sign, and Malachi Nelson, obviously, we know is transferring. USC, if I'm a USC fan, I'm kind of reeling right now. I'm not saying full-on worried, but I'm being a little worried. But go ahead.
Yeah, if I'm USC, I would definitely be worried. They haven't finished in the top 10 but one time since he's been there. And last time it's been below 15, right?
Yeah.
Each and every year. Well, look at here, man. If it ain't Florida State, right, whining and crying again about they don't get enough attention in the ACC, man. I mean, they had their chance back in the 90s to join the SEC, and Bobby Bowden himself said, and I'm not making this up, I'm not trying to piss any Florida State fans off, but he said himself that he'd rather go to the ACC so it would be easier for them to get to the national championship.
Yeah.
And they had their chance then, and now they won't in. And, it's sure it's funny they're having this little board meeting now right after they got snubbed by the playoffs. It's like they're blaming the ACC for everything. I mean, they just got back to relevancy. They've been gone for about 7 or 8 years. It ain't like they've been relevant every year. It's not like there's some kind of big catch anymore, are they?
I don't.
Says Florida State has scheduled a special meeting of its board trustees for Friday morning, where it is believed the school will discuss in detail the future of its athletic program, and insiders believe the Seminoles' future in the ACC will be addressed in what could be the next move in college football.
So Big Honus Kelly with a donation. $2 says con time needs Affleck to cover the gap. That's really good, actually.
You know, Nick Saban is just as much as guilty as this whole thing is the rest of us.
There we go.
Time groupies out there giving him the rub.
There it is.
Now come on over here and get a rub on this Affleck commercial. I'm trying to make you famous. If you can't take a Nick Saban rub and do something with it, then you're definitely not made for head coaching in college football. Maybe Deion should have went to the Saban car wash first. Then maybe he would have been all right. What do you think?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to go with no on that one. I do not want to see him there. Let's see. I'm trying to find the contract for Warren Sapp.
Many inside the school have been displeased with the ACC for several reasons, including an ever larger gap between its revenue and that of the other conferences. Yeah, but you're a part of that conference, man. I mean, y'all the one that signed the contract in 2036. Why would you sign a contract like that?
I'm not gonna lie. The whole thing with them having an emergency meeting tomorrow, I don't understand it because, like you said, they signed that huge contract. They were all behind, 10 toes behind ACC, and now all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Because they don't make the playoffs, I think they're understanding where they sit.
It says in the offseason, it was revealed that one of the Magnificent Seven schools, there's 7 of them that's thinking about leaving, were scouting a possible exit from the grant of rights. The ACC responded by announcing a plan to direct revenue in a different way going forward, revealing an incentive initiative in hopes that it would satisfy those schools, one of them being Florida State, of course.
Yeah.
It says no school has ever legally challenged the league's grant of rights, which legal experts have called just about impossible to get out of.
Yeah. They're binding, that's for damn sure.
It's like this whole shit about crying about, the playoffs. We didn't get in the playoffs. We're going to sue. We're going to get the Florida government and the attorney general involved, and Ron DeSantis and all that bullshit, man. Let me ask you this. If Alabama hadn't made the playoff this year, you think we'd be trying to sue and doing all this crap?
Did we make it last year?
No, we didn't. But that's what I'm saying. Did we throw a fit like that?
No.
I mean, even if we were undefeated and we didn't get in there, man.
Killer Breeze with a $5 donation. Is it true that a touch of color in a man's beard makes him look more distinguished?
I don't know. I lost my distinguish. Jonathan Lewis taught me in doing that. It's Jonathan Lewis's fault.
What? No, I didn't. For
all y'all out there, you asked Killer Breeze. He's giving me hell about my beard, so I had to get it colored.
What? I like the salt and pepper look. You know what they call it?
Now.
Oh man, that's all right. I still got my neck beard going.
And just to me, their whole administration just seems shady, man. The things they've tried to do in the past, even going further back to the rapist Winston situation, them covering up that rape situation at Florida State. They've always had a shady edge to them, in my opinion. And if I'm the SEC and the Big Ten, I don't know if I want them in there. And they might get the Big 12 treatment that the Big 12 done to the Texas and Oklahoma when the officials for Oklahoma and Texas football games weren't calling any penalties for them.
I mean, I just don't know if I'd want Florida State and SEC at this point because, like you said, it seems to be a lot of drama seems to be in Tallahassee every year to some degree. A lot of drama. So, big question at this point, if I'm the SEC, is what do you bring to the table, right?
That's a bunch of fake Indians and teepee burners.
There's the first one. I was waiting on it. Big cojones. Let's see here.
Yeah, they do need the help to recruit players, but it's not our problem. But I hear that Florida State's going to go to the Big Ten so that they'll have some kind of different logo or something over Florida and Miami. Big Ten logo as opposed to the SEC logo. And I keep hearing this crap from people on like 365 Sports was talking today about Clemson and Florida State being in the conference. SEC is not doable because South Carolina and Florida wouldn't have it. Well, guess what? Texas A&M said they weren't going to have Texas in the conference, but you see that shit changed, right?
Yep.
When they become available, people start changing their minds. I think Florida State's probably going to end up in the Big Ten because they got the AAU accreditation.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to. I don't know if they got it yet.
So it looks like, it just came across right now. Oregon State, Washington State settle with departing Pac-12 schools. So what are they going to get out of this is the big question.
They're supposed to be getting a lot of money out of it, but is it really going to help them in the future? I mean, they're going to have to pretend like it's a Power 5 conference and invite 8 Mountain West schools. In my opinion, they should lose their Power 5 status, and it should just be a Power 4 at this point.
Well, it looks like this. It says, hang on. After the 2-year period, it is expected that OSU, basically Oregon State, Washington State, will have been able to recruit enough new members to meet NCAA requirements, with one possibility being a so-called reverse merger with teams from the Mountain West.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
They should not have a Power 5 label. No, man. That's crazy as hell, man. They're like the Mountain West with a Pac-12 mask on.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're going to give them 2 years to find other schools. They got to meet a minimum of 7 total schools to be considered a conference, Power 5 conference, and then go from there. I don't know if they can find it.
Neo Agani says he thinks Deion Sanders has a fundamental misunderstanding about coaching at this level. You cannot build a team through the transfer pool. You have to recruit and develop. His recruiting class was what, 99th? Yeah, 98th.
98, 99. It's going to be a little bit, and it's in the 90s, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just brought that up earlier. He dropped from 21st to 98th. That's crazy.
What's Killer Breeze doing? Is he burning his corn dogs?
Man, I don't know, man. You know how them coons are. Coon asses.
You got him stirred up last time we were on here, man. Damn.
The transfer portal, like Killer Breeze has said numerous times, man, you can't build a team on transfer portal alone.
No, you can't.
You can try it, but all it is says to me is you can't evaluate because you're going and getting other players that people already evaluated for you that couldn't make the cut. Obviously, they're not that good. You're going to get a few nuggets like Alabama did with Jameson Williams, right?
And Jahmyr Gibbs, yeah.
And Jahmyr Gibbs. You're going to get a few nuggets like that, but 70, 80% of the time you're not.
Yeah, no. Most of them that come into Alabama don't work out.
That's just like Will Howard. You know, he was at LSU, Kansas State. Now he's going to be a skittle shitter. So, that being USC.
Killer Breeze says building through the portal is lazy. I like it.
It's very lazy. I'm very lazy, man. It just says you can't recruit. That's what Matt Rule was saying the other day. He's like, look, we're going to build this thing right at Nebraska. And he got a flip from Georgia the other day, Dylan Raiola.
Yeah, that's a big flip. Big flip.
He's built programs at Temple and Baylor, so why wouldn't he be able to do it at Nebraska, you know?
I don't know.
They got a huge fan base and a huge NIL collective that's being matched by an anonymous donor. If they make the 500,000, they're going to get an extra 250,000.
Warren Buffett.
Yeah, you brought that up that it might be OWB there.
Yeah.
Might be sliding some cash in there.
Warren Buffett graduated from there, so he's got a little bit of money.
Godfather of the SEC with a $4.99 donation. Declare all hides the gray. He's 29 and holding everything he can. Wish I was still 29. Knowing I know now.
Me and you both at that point. I mean, knowing what I know now, yeah.
I would have went ahead and stayed the course and joined the Air Force like Jonathan did. I'd actually joined the Air Force, went delayed enlistment. My wife got pregnant. I got cold feet. And the rest is history.
Well, that's pretty understandable. So
I wish I'd done it, though. I wish I had went ahead and joined the Air Force.
It was fun. Let's see what else is going on. Damn, South Florida's already up on Syracuse 14-0 in the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl.
You have the recruiting rankings in front of you. I got a few snippets, but I didn't have the maybe,
yeah, I can bring them back up.
Maybe Oklahoma's. A lot of Oklahoma fans here, they probably want to know exactly how many 4- and 5-star players they got. From what I understand, they finished 9th.
So right now they're 8th. They're 8th. One spot ahead of Florida State. 1 5-star, 18 4-stars, 9 3-stars. But the average is what you want to look at. The 90.81 is your average ranking. So you're in the 90s, which is really good. If you go look, the number 5 was it number 5? Yeah, defensive lineman. They got the number 1 running back in Taylor Tatum, according to 247 Sports. 24th best receiver in Zion. Now, you got to keep this in mind as well. OU is sticking to the same. It's not going to be the same offensive scheme as most likely that Levy run there, but your receiving rankings are not going to be like most. OU will not go after the best wide receivers. They're going to go after the ones that scheme up the best, right? So that was the big misunderstanding with Levy's system is like, well, he's not going after the top wide receivers. Well, no, his system requires super tall red zone style receivers. Those are not always going to be the top and best receivers. Plus, I mean, really, does it honestly always matter? Absolutely not. As long as the scheme fits, that's all that matters. Yeah, I agree though that Tatum will most likely end up a 5-star when it's all said and done. If they end up re-ranking one more time, I don't think they're going to by the end of January, but there is a possibility of that. But I doubt it. My
247 Sports account on my phone is updated as far as rankings, but for some reason on the computer when I bring it up, it's not updated. It's still got Colorado at 21st. I was going to bring that up, but it's not updated.
Well, no, I'm showing them 98th everywhere, so I don't know.
For some reason it wouldn't show my computer is 98th. Anyway, you can show that or no?
Yeah, I will in a minute. The one thing I will point out though that Oklahoma is going after, man, Brent Venables has been going after he's getting safety heavy, right, on the defensive side. He's recruiting a lot of safeties, which means he wants a lot of versatility on the back end of that defense, which means you're most likely going to start seeing more complex defenses, multi-schemes on the back end, stuff like that. I mean, I'm going to assume they're going to start mixing a lot of zone and man. I know they've already kind of started, but you're going to probably see it a lot more with the cheetah position becoming a priority, essentially.
You saying Colorado's 21st overall, but it's showing 98th on my thing.
Let me look at 247 Sports.
The 21st overall was from the other day, and I don't think they've updated it for you, Killer Breeze. But if you're talking about including transfer portal, I don't count that shit.
And
I'm looking at 98th as far as high school recruits. I'm not looking at the transfer portal. Transfer portal to me, that shit don't count.
It wouldn't matter because it wouldn't even be that still. So can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So this is as of right now 247 Sports, Georgia number 1. And if you scroll down here, 21st is now Ole Miss. And
yeah. Yours ain't updated yet, Killer.
Yeah, you got to keep going here. Load more. Oh, I thought I saw it. Nope.
Killer got some of that hot dog, corn dog
mustard
on his computer. That's why it ain't updated for him.
So they're 98
on there.
With 6 commitments, 1 5-star, 3 4, and 2 3-star, with an average of 93.13.
Look at those powerful programs ahead of them. Northwestern, James Madison, Kent State, Eastern Michigan. Hell, even Tulsa's ahead of them. Arkansas State. I mean, what's his name? That was the coach of Tennessee.
Oh my Lord, Butch Jones.
But you mean Butch Jones, who talks to his dead father in random places at stadiums, is ahead of Deion Sanders, even Duke?
Look at South Florida at 48.
South Florida up there, boy. That close game with Alabama done them some good, didn't it? Look at that. Vanderbilt's number 40. I mean, how does Kuz feel about West Virginia being as low as they are, I wonder? They're like 46th.
Where's West Virginia? Yeah, they're 46.
46th.
1 4-star.
They're behind 2 basketball programs.
Yeah, back-to-back. Syracuse and Kansas. And 3 in Illinois.
That's right. Pittsburgh's ahead of them. Vanderbilt.
UCF, 32nd.
Wow. Man, West Virginia will be tapping out.
You're so ridiculous. Now, Florida's the big surprise one on here to me.
Hey, when are y'all go in there and tell Kuz that we're trashing West Virginia so he'll run in here?
Oh, my gosh.
Because I know y'all going to. John Christophic guy, he does it all the time. Y'all know if he's in here or not.
Auburn, though, at 7th.
Where's that damn Jeff Payton at? I ain't seen him in there either. Yeah, I couldn't believe Auburn finished 7th.
2 5-star receivers. Damn, 6'3". Both of them are 6'3". That's going to be hell to deal with.
Ron Johnson says he's got a recommended video pop-up of the Skittle shitters saying all their portal losses they have is nothing to worry about or they're scrubs and will be fine. That's not true. A bunch of their players that are transferring were 5-star athletes when they come in there. Mario Williams, I think, was a starting wide receiver. A lot of those guys were starters that transferred out from USC. If y'all don't mind, jump out and smash the like button. It'll help push the algorithm and get more people up in here for us, get this party crunk up. And also you can, you want to make a one-time donation to the program like the guys did earlier. If you want to get your comment highlighted and pushed to the top so me and Jonathan can read it out. There's a little money donation sign underneath here, a little money $ circled. Click on that, write your comment out. Send it and it'll highlight it and we'll read it out. Victor Reiser's in the house. I ain't seen him in here. Why wasn't Bama ever really after J.J. Smith? I'm not sure who J.J. Smith is. Is he a portal player or a high school senior, Victor? Not real familiar.
Okay, I see what they're doing. So sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt. So when they're projecting, when they're saying the 21st overall ranking, they're still going off of the old projected because I just pulled up the 247 where it shows it.
Yeah, that's what they're putting me on.
Yeah. So it's 1 5-star, 9 4-stars, 12 3-stars is what's projected, but it hasn't been readjusted to the ones that flip. So that's gonna come off massively. 21st will not be when that is actually updated. That's not going to be the case. That has because they're projected 22 commitments.
We're looking at right now too. He just pulled it up, and it's updated on my phone, but it's not updated on the website on the computer for some reason.
Well, no, it is updated on the website, but what it is you have to go in, click into the actual overall rank, the projected overall ranking. But once again, those are projections. It's not the actual ranking. So I don't go off projections. Like before early signing, yes, but we're too deep now to go off of a prediction. Like too many players they were supposed to sign with Colorado did not sign. They're not going to hold a 21st ranking. There's no way that's going to happen. See, they're saying they even still have it showing in the overall rankings. Jordan Seaton committed as a hard commit. He did not have a hard commit. He pulled his hard. He actually pulled his verbal.
Let me get these 4 horsemen shout outs real quick.
Yeah.
4 horsemen shout outs of the show today are Chevy, now engrossed watching stuff. Mike Nada and Brandon 96 are mounted up and set up and ready to go. They got their badge here in the Outlaw Posse. Johnny Fairlane with a donation. I'm here but scared to death, Outlaw. What are you scared of, man? Jonathan?
Yeah,
I know he scared a lot of us last week. We thought he was about to have an aneurysm when he's had them shrooms going on.
Oh, you're ridiculous.
What was it you was doing, man? What was making you act so crazy, man?
It was a good night.
What'd
Yeah,
you do,
another.
man? There you go.
Yeah, another one, $5 donation.
Yep.
Riley will
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Riley will win a national championship at SC. He has made mistakes. Absolutely. The program was a mess when he was hired. Better days are coming.
Appreciate that, DJ. DJ with the $5 donation. Riley will win a national championship. Damn, DJ. Did you watch the same season that I watched this past year? Because it didn't look like they made any progression to me. It looked like they might have slipped a little bit. I mean, 11-3 last year and something like that. Yeah, I think they're 11-3. Now they're 7-5. I think that USC will probably be back in the national title picture, but first they're gonna have to fire Linky Boy, and as the Oklahoma people call him, Tebow. If y'all not familiar what the acronym Tebow is, it's not Tim Tebow. He's a great guy. Let's not mix him up with a douchebag. It's TBOW. Stands for the bitch out west.
Oh, man.
So what do y'all think about DJ coming in here and telling y'all that y'all got it all wrong about USC? Y'all just jumping the gun, man. He had one bad year. Y'all got to give Lincoln Riley a little bit of a break, man.
He did, really.
Y'all already run him off, man, and try to scare the shit out of him. He had to get his kids out of the house and put them in a secret jet and shit and get their 17-bedroom house out there. Who needs 17 bedrooms? Not 17. It was 17 bathrooms. He's got 17 bathrooms.
You're so stupid.
I mean, seriously. I mean, why would you need 17 bathrooms in a freaking house?
I mean, I can't answer that question.
I guess it's a mistake. They probably got a few outhouses out there in the lilies and shit. You know, you be running through the lilies with Mary Caleb Williams fingernails. Probably out there painting the fingernails in the lily patch out there.
Oh, man.
Mike Wilkerson says DJ is overdosed on the hopium. The hell is hopium? What is that? That's one of them Oklahoma left-handed cigarettes. You got an Oklahoma left-handed cigarette. Where's Teresa at tonight, Mike? I thought you was going to drag her ass in here.
Why don't you bring Killer? Why don't you get on?
Killer can't handle this heat. He don't like recruiting, he said.
Oh, he don't like recruiting.
I don't know. I'm just playing. He might want to be on. I don't know. Jack Ackert claimed he was going to be on here. He's a duck. I can't pronounce your name, by the way. I've never seen your name in here, but when I see a new name, I like to pull it up. So where'd it go? You done moved off of it?
Yeah, sorry.
Where'd it go? I wanted to see what he was saying. Karma is coming to Tebow. That's true. You got to tell me how to pronounce your name, though. Clara Chief or what? Clara High Chief?
Yeah, I would take 17 bathrooms if I had IBS.
Killer said y'all done pissed him off now. He don't want to be on here no more.
Oh.
What'd you do it for, man?
No, that was you. You were grilling him last time.
I didn't grill him. Y'all grilled on me.
You made him mad talking about he's an LSU fan and
he is an LSU fan.
Well, you know what I mean. He's going to root for LSU over Oklahoma.
No, I didn't say it. You did. That was you.
Did I?
Look, man, we ain't trying to piss you off. We just don't want you giving Con Time any credit. You're trying to give him number 21, and he ain't number 21 anymore. LSU's number 12, by the way.
He said send him the invite. He's going to come in here and whoop your ass.
LSU almost made the top 10. Almost. Y'all was this close. Y'all had a top 12 class. You want me to give him an invite?
Give him an invite. Bring him in here.
I don't think he wants to be in here.
He said send him an invite.
I think he's tired of your mouth already.
I'm tired of your mouth every day, but I still come on here, don't I?
I didn't say my mouth. I said he's tired of your mouth.
I know, but I'm tired of your mouth and I'm on here, so he'll
It
come
don't
on
matter
here.
what you're tired of. You want me to pull a rock on you? Me to rock bottom your ass in front of everybody?
Well, you got to be over 4 feet tall to do that.
Look, man, just because you 6'7" don't matter to me, you know. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, JPC is not very literate when it comes to computers, guys, so it's going to take him about 35 minutes.
That's right.
Send this invite.
I didn't know he wanted to be on, so last minute for me. I had to get
It was. Old corn dog pissing everyone off. Yeah, no, right, 6'7". At one point, I was growing an inch like every episode, like 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". In a couple of weeks, I'll be 6'8". So
you're 6'8".
Rhino's in here.
All right, I sent the invite, I think. Rhino's in the house with a fist bump as always. He's a big supporter of the program, huge supporter. Rhino 26. He explained that nickname to me one time. I forgot. You got to explain it to me again. It have something to do with baseball or something? We're in there talking about the recruiting rankings and how con time Deion Sanders basically shit the bed. And he dropped from 21st to 98th in recruiting, which is a new 247 record, according to Jonathan Lewis.
No, not even.
Not trying to give you credit, man. Johnny Fairlane says, I'm going to steer it up. What's OU's record next year? OU's record next year, I think y'all will be maybe still in his 9-3 regular season, possibly as low as 8-4.
Hey, you want to see something funny, Killer?
Sure.
Has to remove Jesse from the podcast.
Now, Killer.
That's fucking great. Well, what the hell's going on in the Outlaw Posse? Talk to me.
What is?
The floor is 8-4 and the ceiling is 9-3.
That's what I think.
Killing, stop.
What the hell are y'all doing, man?
Look, man, it looks like the
Oh my Lord, will you stop?
Looks like the Brady Bunch when you do that shit. You got Jonathan with
Oh man,
he's got a
neck mad
now.
Oh man,
Jonathan was doing shrooms on the last show.
Yeah, I was wondering why he was leaning so much. He kept leaning out of frame.
I know.
Like that.
He was seeing
And
shit,
just
man.
slowly start to
Thought he saw a pink elephant tickling his ding dong.
First of all, I don't do drugs. I'll drink occasionally, but definitely not drugs.
mushrooms are drugs.
That's what I'm saying. I don't do drugs.
That's just a vegetable, man. That's not a real drug.
It is a vegetable. I eat mushrooms all the time.
Hey, I guess
You are true.
Is marijuana? Is that a vegetable?
I don't think so.
You got some of that in there too?
Let's see. I'm trying to read through these comments.
I know you are. You done it now. You done set Killer loose on your ass.
I ain't worried about Killer. If anything, I want to come after you.
You better worry about it. Don't try to change it up now.
Well, what I
Change it
don't
up.
understand is I'm looking at 247 rankings right now.
Yeah, one of them says
Colorado is
21st.
ranked.
One of them does say
Dude.
21st. One of them says 98th.
Oh my God, will you shut up, Jesse, for 2 seconds?
I'm just
That's
backing
what
up
I'm
what Killer's
saying.
saying. I'm
First
backing
of
up
all,
what
don't turn me into a con time supporter because I ain't supporting con time. I'm the one that's been talking about how horrible his recruiting class is. 5 recruits in high school. It's
Don't be
a
spoiled.
BS ranking. That's my whole point. He's number 1 in the transfer portal, 98th, but somehow he's 21st overall. It's bullshit.
It's projected 21st, but they haven't
Why do they do
updated
that?
the
Why they
projections of the projections. How stupid
Why
is
is
that?
it projecting him 21st and it's got him 98th? Why
So
is that?
he's-
No,
So
but
it's not-
it's a combination.
It's
It's
a
a
projection.
combination of their portal ranking and their high school recruit rankings together.
Now, that transfer
And that's
portal
what
shit
I'm
pushed
saying.
you.
It's bullshit. That's my point.
That's what I was trying to tell
He
John.
is a 98th ranked class, man. That's pathetic. He's got
Okay.
5 recruits.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna walk through this real quick. All right. So let me do the screen share thing. Share screen. Boom. Okay, here we go. We're in the actual 2024 recruit football team rankings, not projected. We're going to scroll down. Unless Jesse comes scrolling
Right.
my stuff. 98.
I
I
know that. Scroll back up to the top. Scroll back up to the top. Scroll
But
all the
if
way to the
you
top.
go, yeah, I
Go
know.
to that recruit. Change that drop down from recruit to overall.
Yeah, overall. And that's the overall projected. That's what I'm getting at. Because right now they have
Now
not
go back to 21.
they haven't signed that many players. This screen
But
has
they're
not been
counting the
updated.
transfer. They're counting their transfer portal players in that ranking. That's my point. They rank.
Oh, I got you.
They take the portal ranking and they're number 1 in the portal.
Got you.
But it's
okay.
But it's still bullshit because how does number 1 in the portal but 98th in high school? How does that come out to 21 overall? When you go look at Oklahoma, who's 21 in the portal and 8th overall, and they come out 9th. Like it makes no sense.
I guess the average.
Sooner or
But I
later,
think they're counting.
2-star athlete from Whataburger, Texas.
I think they're counting their portal commits in that number of that 22.
Yeah, you're right,
5.
probably.
And by the way, I think you're right. They're not. I mean, they still are counting Seton, and
Yes.
they haven't taken that out yet.
That's what I'm saying. They haven't updated.
So it's going to get worse.
You think he's going to transfer to Colorado State?
Nah.
No.
Nah, he's staying. As soon as his sons are gone, he's gone too.
Yeah, he better set his ass again. I mean, they set him in that Washington State game. He just quit on him. Claimed he was injured, but he wasn't. He just set his ass. Washington State was beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting because Jesse, when you had your projections, it projected that Oklahoma was going to slip to 10, and they did slip to 9 for a little while. But thankfully, Florida State and Florida had horrendous signing days, and both of them slipped out of the top 10.
Well, look, it looks like y'all finished 9th on the ones they got up today.
No, it's 8.
No, we're at 8 right now. Now we may fall to 9. I mean that could happen, but I don't think it's going to because when we had slipped to 10, Jesse, the rankings that you read us when on the last live stream had Florida and Florida State in the top 10. But they had horrible. I mean, that's one of the reasons why Auburn jumped all the way up to 7 because they flipped 2 of Florida's. Florida lost like they lost. I can't remember how many recruits that decommitted before signing day, but then on signing day, 4 players flipped. 1 to Bama, 1 to Texas, and 2 to Texas, 1 to Bama, and 2 to Auburn, 1 to Texas, and 1 to Bama. Sorry. So Auburn got 2 of Florida's supposed to be signing day commitments. They got them to flip, and that's what made Auburn surge up the rankings to number 7, which surprised me.
Do you really think that Deion Sanders' son, you think Sakazulu's actually going to make an NFL?
He's going to get a chance. He's going to get a chance. They all, everyone, the national media is still all aboard the con time train, and that includes Shador. They think when you listen to them talk about Shador, they talk about how great he is.
He'll get drafted. I know he'll get drafted. What I'm saying is, I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think he'll make it. I think he'll be out of the NFL within 2 years.
I don't think he'll be any. I mean, it's hard to project this stuff, but I don't think he'll be any good. I mean,
Man, honestly,
late round, he'll be a late round pick, I believe. Mid to late.
He'll get drafted for sure. Just like Deion's gonna, I don't know what his plan is after he leaves Colorado, but he's, I tend to think he's gonna try to go to either a bigger program or the NFL as soon as his sons are done playing.
Yeah, Mike Wilkerson, you did private message me for your projected ceiling of Oklahoma, and you said 9-3 or 8-4, and I did basically copy you on that. But that's just, I just agree with you. I think that their ceiling's 9-3 next year, first year in the SEC. What about you, Jonathan? What do you think?
Me, I'd have to pull up their schedule, honestly. Let me see what their schedule looks like.
Killer Breeze basically said the same thing too. I think what you said, 9-3 regular season.
Yeah, I think 9-3 is probably where they end up. They their schedule is favorable up until the very end of the season. It gets tough the last few games, but we do have a bye week before Bama, which was nice. So, and then as you know, in college football, anything can happen. So could they get lucky and go 10-2 or 11-1? Man, anything's possible. It's really, I mean, listen, I think, and I'm not trying to sound biased here, but I think Oklahoma's recruiting class this year, even though it doesn't have the flashy ranking, I think it's very underrated. Taylor Tatum, he's the best run. They've got the best running back in the country.
Should be a 5-star.
They've got the number. He should be a 5-star. They've got the number 1 defensive lineman in the country. They've got arguably the best tight end in the country. And if he hadn't reclassified, he was a 5-star number 1 tight end in the 2025 class. So man, and then when you get on the line, dude, the more I've looked at Danny Okoye, and I don't know if any of you guys have seen what he did in that I think it was the Army game that he played in. He had 3 sacks. He was in the quarterback's face the whole time. I mean, it was consensus best player on the field. So I just think this class is underrated. And I think it's going to be really, really good. I'm excited.
Caleb Whitten was wanting to know where Lincoln Riley is at recruiting. We showed that earlier. I think he's 18th.
He's at 18 right now. I think Oklahoma's 21 in the portal, and I think USC's in the low 20s in the portal, in their portal ranking. He doesn't even have he just lost Malachi. He doesn't have a quarterback in this recruiting class. No 5-stars. I think he has more 3-stars than he has 4-stars. I could be wrong about that part. Maybe I'm making that up because I just want to believe that. But no matter how you cut it, his recruiting has fallen, well short of where he said it was going to be and where everybody expected it to be. I mean, the top 5 players in the state of Alabama and the state of California left. They're not playing for him.
But didn't he say he was going to wall California off?
Said he was going to put a fence around the state.
Rhino 26 says Linky is going to San Diego. Wouldn't surprise me. Looks like you maybe messed up like me. They're not the San Diego Chargers anymore. I called them that the other night. I called them the San Diego Chargers.
Yeah.
I still think
Los
they're
Angeles.
the San Diego Chargers. They're in Los Angeles, so he wouldn't have to go far to be. He would continue to be a skittle shitter for sure.
I mean, it's right there.
Y'all think the Chargers will be dumb enough to hire him as a head coach?
I don't think so.
That damn stupid.
I don't think he's a serious candidate. I think that's just left over from all the times he was a candidate before. I don't know if you saw my comment, man, but it's funny if you look at Lincoln Riley now, he's gone completely gray on the sides. He looks like he's. I mean, if you go look at press of him just a year ago. It's not like that. So he's feeling the stress, and I'm here for it, man. I love everything you got.
And you say they won't do that, but they hired Cliff Kingsbury. I couldn't believe they done that shit when they hired him because he hadn't proven anything.
I know, and I think he's still on staff. I don't.
I'm saying they hired him as a head coach for the Cardinals, right?
Yeah, I think Kingsbury went to high school, didn't he?
Cliff Kingsbury was a head coach for the.
No, I knew that, but I think he's now. Hang on, where's he at now?
Well, this last year he was an analyst at USC.
Yeah, and I think he went. I don't know where he's at now. Hang on,
I hadn't heard that he left, but maybe he did.
He's still there. Senior offensive analyst and QB coach.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, their offense dipped this year. For someone who's supposed to be, Oklahoma. The funny thing is, Oklahoma's offense was ranked higher than USC's offense this year. So it's pretty damn funny that the whole reason why you're supposed to put up with his other bullshit is because he's so great on offense. And now, I think he got exposed, and I think he knows he got exposed, and I don't think he has any clue what to do about it. He talks in platitudes and cliches, and he never really says anything. You can tell he doesn't have a clear vision. He doesn't know what to do. This whole defense thing now, they're acting like they put together the best staff, ever. And
he's not just having defensive players transfer. He's having offensive players transfer. He's supposed to be an offensive guru.
The crown jewels of last year's recruiting class don't play there anymore. Damani Jackson and Malachi Nelson and even Tackett Curtis. First of all, Damani and Tackett started every game last year, this past season. But those were Damani and Malachi were 5 stars, and I think was Tackett Curtis a 5-star too?
I believe he was. If he wasn't, he's on the verge.
I think he might have been in maybe not consensus, but I think he had a 5-star ranking. So that's my point. Like, you don't lose. It's common to lose players to the portal, but you don't typically lose the crown jewels plural of the recruiting class. That's not typically what you lose. And if you do lose something like that, you lose one. He's lost all of them. Other than
talking about Pete Carroll days. Yeah, you're right. He's never there. They're not going to get back to the glory days of USC until they get their administration right. Something's wrong with that administration out there, man. Because they done went through a lot of coaches and had a lot of issues, and they've had great coaches out there. They had Lane Kiffin, Steve Sarkisian, and now Lincoln Riley was supposed to be the next big thing. And I'm starting to think maybe it's not the coaches; it's just the administration out there.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably that. Well, just think about where the administration's in the state of California. That can't be helping anything.
What are you trying to say, man?
I'm trying to say the social justice nonsense that's probably interjected into everything that they do can't be helping their football program. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say state of California is communist.
You don't have some liberals spazzing out in here, man. They're gonna report.
That's all right. That's all right. I can take it. Somebody prove me wrong.
Rhino said he almost applied for the A&M head coaching job just to get fired and balled out a few months later. That's right.
Hey,
Lincoln Riley's going to get a big buyout too when they fire his ass next year.
Big Cojones Kelly, I heard from what I hear, Tackett wants to get close to home. That's what the people around him in Louisiana that know him and where he's from are saying. So I think there's a good chance he ends up at LSU, but I think LSU is going to have to fight Oklahoma pretty hard for him because Oklahoma's going after him from what I understand as well.
USC missed on all 5 of California's top 5 recruits.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They all went out of state.
They were they were in the loser column as far as recruiting day for USC, saying that they lost on the top 5 recruits in the state of California.
But we're just hating on them, right? Now everybody sees it.
They're saying the Big 12 as a whole was a loser.
And once again, Riley gets a relatively small class. Most of the schools are 25 plus commits.
Yeah. He's going to let everybody else do the work for him. He's going to get a bunch of transfer portal players to replace those players that you're talking about, probably.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, if you go look at his ranking in the transfer portal, like he's not really doing great there either. I think the gig is up, man. I think a lot of people, the shine is off now, and people aren't bowing down as easily as they were before.
I like that. The gig is up, just like the con is up out there in Boulder.
Yeah, man.
Two peas in an effed up pod.
Well, Jack, he was supposed to be building a recruiting wall, but so far Oregon's had their foot straight up his ass, and they haven't been able to get a wall around Oregon.
That's why they didn't want Oregon and Washington in the Big Ten, see? Because they thought at this point, now we got something over Oregon in recruiting.
Yeah, that didn't work out so well for them.
We got a Big Ten label, and they're stuck in the Pac-12. Well, when the Big 12 come in and took those 4 teams, it made it okay for the Big Ten to come in there and finish the job.
I mean, I'll say this. You would think that with USC being located in the state of California, that they just have too much talent to not get it together. But dude, Texas has never really done it. Texas has little spurts here and there, but if you go look back historically, they're historically a mediocre program. I mean, better than average, but they are.
You're right. No, I'm not arguing. I'm just saying
that's just a fact, man. Other than the Darryl K. Royal years, they had a couple of good years under Akers, and then they had Mac Brown, which was one national championship. So when you go look at their, go look at them, you go look at Oklahoma or Alabama. That's outside of the 90s for Oklahoma. They've been winning since they started winning national championships. They've never really stopped. Texas has had plenty of years.
You put that DDP on them, didn't you? Bang!
Fuck it.
Johnny Fairlane with a $5 donation. Nobody wants to play for that pencil neck clown.
Now, we talking about Tebow or Sarkisian?
Tebow, I believe.
Sarkisian, he's got the Pee Wee Herman haircut.
Yeah, he does.
Alabama's gonna beat my ass. We'll get a rematch.
Oregon did not steal his recruits. That's right, Jack.
That's going to be a big thing for Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe's from right outside of Texas. If he makes it to the national title game, he's going to be playing basically in his hometown against his home state in a rematch. Yep. And this is like Rocky II shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
I just wish Oklahoma was there.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Heating up then, boy. If I had both the Crimson Nations in there,
it would have been nice. It would have been real nice.
Whooping y'all's ass.
Next year is going to be fun with 12 teams in the playoff.
I'll show y'all who the real Crimson Nation is.
Here we go. It's about time.
Oh, dude, for sure. It is going to be interesting to see how next year goes with the playoff. I mean, you gotta wonder if they'll get it right or if somehow it'll be a huge mess the first year.
There's always going to be somebody left out and complaining because, that's just the way it goes.
Well, yeah, theoretically, there's going to be more teams left out because you'll have more teams that are probably able to make an argument for the 12th spot.
Is Caleb Britton asking us where FSU is going to end up tomorrow as in conference affiliation or?
Probably conference is what he's talking about.
Recruiting rankings, because I think the recruiting they're like what 14th or 15th.
I can't
Florida
remember.
State.
Thought they were Florida State's top 10, aren't they? Or no? I forgot already.
I thought they finished at.
Dropped like 14th or 15th. I thought.
I can't remember.
I'll tell you.
I'll tell you who they are better than. That's fucking Tebow. Huh?
They are 9th.
9th. I thought they finished top 10.
9th.
I don't think Florida State's getting out of the ACC as quickly as they think.
Not with that contract.
Michigan at 15, Florida at 16.
Michigan at 15?
Yeah. Nebraska at 19.
David Orwick says Tebow hated answering questions.
I saw something interesting in the rankings for all these fools that want to try and talk about how the Big Ten now is as good as or possibly better than the SEC. If you go look at the top 25 rankings, I believe the SEC has 13 of the top 25, and the Big Ten has half of that. They got 7. So when you start looking at how many of the top 25 teams in the recruiting rankings are SEC, it just stands to reason that they've got the most talent by far. It's not even close.
SEC has 6 of the top 10.
Right.
The top
Oklahoma. How about this? Oklahoma has the 8th ranked class in the country, and they're the 5th best in the SEC.
Wait, hang on. Why didn't I update? Hang on. Something's wrong with mine. Let's see here. Team ranking. There we go.
So 1, 2.
No, my stuff wasn't updated. See, once again, it's showing the old stuff. Here we go. 1, 2. So they get 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in the top 10. There we go. Now I got it updated.
MCAT does not think the Big Ten is anywhere close to the SEC, and they may not be as good as the ACC.
I got 2 in the top 10. Ohio State, Oregon, because are we considering them in that realm, right?
Yeah, you can give it to them. They've got 2 in the top 10.
And then Penn State, 3, Michigan, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Damn, check it out. And Oklahoma and LSU education working on them. They actually count.
Yeah, so SEC has 13 of the top 25. And by the way, the number 1, number 2 positions. The Big Ten has Ohio State and Oregon, but they've got 7 in the top 25. So the SEC has, with 2 less teams, the SEC has 6 more top 25 recruiting classes, than almost double what the Big Ten's got. It's just not even close, man. When you start looking at talent top to bottom, I mean, they just have more talent.
Mike Wilkerson seems to think that Eli Drankowitz looks like David Koresh with smaller glasses and shorter hair.
I tell you what, I never really cared much about whipping Missouri's ass. We did it on a fairly regular basis, but they've done a good job of making me really looking forward to beating their ass. I'm really looking forward to beating Missouri's ass.
I haven't seen what the big thing is, but a lot of Oklahoma fans were sending me messages earlier, and I never did look it up. You just made me remember it. They said that Missouri was talking some kind of noise about Oklahoma. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, that little punk ass Caden Green.
It's the Caden Green thing.
Caden Green got interviewed, and they asked him, why he wanted to be at and I think he put it out on Twitter as well. And he said Drink was talking about Drinkowitz. He said Drink was honest. Drink didn't lie to me.
Ooh,
basically implying
what?
that Venable, yeah, he's being a complete. But he's pissed because, of course, OU fans started doing shit like, getting online and rating his dad's business with 1-star reviews and shit.
Damn, man, y'all do that shit. What's wrong with y'all?
I mean,
damn, man, that's low down.
They just have some bullshit fans, man.
So you were basically admitting that y'all lied on his daddy's business?
Oh yeah, they definitely did that. There's no two ways about it. He calls it out online. He responds to it and says, "This is a bad look for Oklahoma fans." They're like, but doing shit like that,
I actually helped an Oklahoma guy one time in that same manner. His name was Richard Mitz. Jonathan probably remembers. He was unhinged. He's highly entertaining until someone starts, grilling on him. Then he loses his shit. He don't want nobody giving it back to him. But he was talking about some guy's restaurant or something. Got a bunch of us to go in there and give a bunch of 1 stars. So I guess that's an Oklahoma tradition.
Rating restaurants.
But
destroying businesses everywhere, the Oklahoma Sooners.
But the fact of the matter is, the Missouri has made it known that they're putting the money out, which is fine. It's totally legal, but you'll never convince me that they didn't tamper with that kid. I mean, never.
They got to come up with some kind of tampering laws or something. They got to get with the NFL and see how they handle their shit.
Dude, the kid was a freshman starter who got to the rank of captain by the end of the year, something that never happens to a true freshman. He was a starter. How many true starters for blue blood programs, especially one that's about to go to the SEC, are going to leave?
Hey, would you pronounce that name for me?
Caden Green.
No. The name.
I don't know how to say that.
It looks like you got double A's and it looks like some damn Soviet Union shit. Yeah, it's from Moscow or something.
Clara Chillafu.
Clara Chillafu.
Chillafu.
Sound like some kind of deranged Chihuahua.
What?
That name. Look like they're trying to spell Chihuahua and they just had a spaz or something.
See, we got it right. Clara Chillafu.
Where's that name come from? Is that some kind of Aztec name or something? Just curious.
I'd like to know what that ethnicity is myself.
Don't get mad at me now. I'm just playing with y'all. Y'all don't get mad.
So who said Missouri fans were doing that, not Sooner fans? Thunder was saying that.
It's French, by the way.
French. Damn.
I'm not laughing.
Well, I'll just call you French Chihuahua. That's easier for me to say.
Is it Clara Chillafu or is it Clara Chillafu?
Sound like one of them coon dishes.
Hey, man. I'm going to need you to step off a little bit. Right?
Oh, there it is.
I like coon food, man. It's good.
Missouri fans were blaming Parker Thune about the 1-star reviews. Clara, okay.
French and Indian War. Clara. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'll call you Clara.
Yeah, he can actually.
I noticed that I was looking at my analytics the other day. Jonathan will love this. He loves it when I look at analytics because he's an analytical type guy. I was looking at it the other day as far as the genders go, and my female audience has increased, man.
You colored your beard.
I think, that or maybe it's just, you and Killer Breeze, man. Y'all the womanizers, man.
Womanizers? What?
And y'all bring the women up in here.
Womanizers?
Yeah.
Hey, that's not womanizing, man.
That's not womanizing. My voice got high for some reason.
God,
Sorry,
I got Jonathan going through puberty over here.
come on, man.
That sexy ass neck beard.
You like that?
Hey, you better watch out because Miss Clara Chillafu is about to jump your ass.
Oh, Lori's already claimed.
I like Claire. If anybody can come in there with a name like that, they deserve to be respected.
Hey, don't you have to do the Lori brings the heat Brogdon sex?
I can't. That's supposed to be like a random thought of the day. You got a random thought of the day for the Lori Brogdon brings the heat. I don't give a F segment. Killer Breeze, Jonathan, random thought of the day. Besides the fact that y'all have increased my female analytics.
Random thought of the day.
Jonathan's like the Godfather of San Antonio for real.
You're wild, bro.
Yeah, y'all remember the Godfather from wrestling? WWE days.
Oh man.
Pimping ain't easy.
Swear up and down, man.
Pimping ain't easy.
No, it's not.
I was married 15 years. Now I get my shot.
Face blue smiling. We ain't got somebody blue in the face over here.
Yeah,
You ain't doing them shrooms tonight like Jonathan was, are you?
You swear up and down, dude.
Becca has thoughts, and Mary Caroline is still here. Big cojones, Kelly. They're still in the house.
Oh, they hear from me. Well, damn. I feel like I got me a group. I should start me a groupie.
Oh, black. Oh, that. So this thing from Becca, face blue smiling, is apparently a blue smiley face emoticon or some shit.
It is.
No, they didn't let us have it, huh?
They don't. If it's specific to YouTube, it won't come through StreamYard. You have to go on YouTube to actually see it.
I got you.
We need to bring some more ladies.
I'm starting to get it.
We need more people just like you, Becca. We need more people to subscribe to the channel.
Mentioning that, make sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe button.
Yeah, my subscribe numbers have been lagging on me here lately. I'm stuck at 4330.
Oh man, you're fine. It continues to go up. You always think it's lagging too far behind.
Dude, let me tell you something right now. I had to convince this dude.
You done started. Jonathan heard that shit. Jonathan gives me hell about that shit all the time. You done started something now.
Now here we go. Now you got me on one. I had to convince this dude to restart his YouTube channel, right? He was just stuck at 500. It was about, what, 500 JPC?
Yeah, it was
around 500-600.
It's called JPC Sports. Now I changed it to Mr. Mexelplitzky.
But so I had to convince this dude to restart because he had it doing so many different things at one point. And he swore up and down, as I swear I cannot wait to get to 1,000. But I mean, just like over the moon to get to 1,000. Every 500 more subscribers, this dude's like, well, I don't know. Blah, blah. I swear he's so emotional with his channel.
Oh, trust me. I get a message from him. I get a message from him on a semi-regular basis. I don't know, man. Think about hanging it up.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, you ain't doing that. Just
I just don't want the marshmallow to catch me.
The marshmallow.
Oh, man. We ain't worrying about no damn marshmallow up in here. Let that fool do his thing.
Worry about you.
Yeah, man. He doesn't want no piece of this anyway. She's saying she's going to eat you up.
She's going to eat
Who's
you up.
going to eat me up? Who's eating me up?
Becca has
thoughts. Says she's lurking and working. Wow.
I don't know. Whoa.
God damn,
Becca.
You know, throwing some money.
Becca's giving me thoughts.
Yeah, I ain't got no dollars on me tonight.
That's everybody. What are you talking about?
Becca's giving me thoughts over here.
Man, Becca. Hey, you got to look me up on Facebook.
Work it, baby. Own it. OCF, it's going to suck if you eventually have a huge-ass fan base. Why? Because there will be so many comments at once you won't be able to see or respond to them. That's what Jack says.
I don't ever believe that because we said that before when he had like 5 or 10 people in here. And then I told him, you're going to be fine because you're always going to remember your initial ones. You're always going to have to remember those initial couple, 50 people. Trust me. Or That's you right. should.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing about these live streams, they had been over 100. I got up to 147 one night, me and Killer Breeze.
Nah, it was over 150.
Yeah, I got up to like 155 or something like that. And
150. I saw it at 157.
I don't know where it slacked off at. Maybe it was just the holiday season. I don't know.
I mean, you're not. I mean,
it was the heat of the football season, dude. It was after a football game, like
timing.
It was, this is middle of the week. People are working.
By the way, Mark Clark, I will be getting your shout out on the next podcast I do. He's a brand new member of the Outlaw Posse, so I'm about to give him his shout out on the next podcast. He says this channel keeps getting better and better with the fun ass smack talk.
Yeah, and Thunder, you need to don't be giving away my secrets, man.
Yeah, that's why he want me to get rid of my gray, so he can have all the women.
I said the touch of color makes you look more distinguished.
Look what them Becca done got big cojones in there twerking and jerking.
She said it was real work, y'all. Becca has thoughts said real work. Becca says ain't a chance she's fighting Lori. Uh-oh, shit. The women are conspiring together.
Lori, all the time Lori gets mad is when we talk about her being fair. You know, me and Jonathan's tried to tell her, you need to either come off of Bob Stoops or Brent Venables. Because one of those two coaches are going to be the head coach of Alabama when Nick Saban retires. We're going to get us some of that Sooner magic. We're going to get some of that Sooner magic.
Every time. It just never fails. Literally never fails.
Now, why do you need to be starting shit? You're just starting trouble, man.
Oh.
Why do you do it to yourself?
Y'all being greedy, man. Y'all got to give up one of them, man. Y'all can't have both of them.
No, I think Bama's being greedy. Just give up some of the national championships.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Shit, wait, Saban's got this thing built, man. You could have Les Miles, retarded ass, come in there and coach again and win a national title, just like he did at LSU.
No.
Look how great he built that LSU program in just 4 years. Hell, Les Miles, grass-eating ass, was able to win a national title.
Literally eating grass in the field and win a national championship.
So, I mean, Alabama's probably going to go through that period where we have some ass clown like Ed Orgeron's going to be the coach or some shit.
It'll be con time.
Hell no.
Think about it, man. He's going to be blowing up. Everybody's going to be talking about how great he is. And who better to take over the great legacy of Nick Saban than the great almighty Deion?
Well, they got the Affleck commercials down pat. That's for sure.
Oh my gosh!
See, they are practicing the transition.
I mean, the way Saban's looking at him, I believe you. He looks like he might want to make out with him or something.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know how Saban's dedicated to the cause, man. Got to prop Deion up.
If he's the next coach, I'd laugh so hard.
Who?
If Deion's the next coach,
I wouldn't laugh. I'd get in the transfer portal.
I would laugh.
He will absolutely end up getting offers he should not get. He never should have got Colorado. But he's going to end up getting better offers. You watch. If it's not in the NFL, it'll definitely be college. Whether he takes it or not, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think
he's just trying to get his sons up to the Power 5 level. So as soon as they're done, he's out of Colorado.
I think all those former players that are coming out now and doing interviews and stuff, like Jason Whitlock, I think that's his name, they've been burying him, man. They've been giving out a lot of information on his ass. A lot of people ain't gonna like that too much. I don't see him winning 3 games next year. Me and Jonathan talked about this. I don't see him winning 3 ball games next year. He won't even match his win total this year.
Well, it's going to be interesting, man. He's going to they have they're the worst ranked recruiting class in the Big 12. So I just don't. I mean, that's the part where Deion is really showing his ass, because to ignore the high school recruiting the way that he has, that just shows a lack of a fundamental understanding of what he's up against.
Yep. Under OU says that we could have Ted Reef. So what y'all
Ted needs to go. Ted needs to. I'm ready for Ted to hang it up, call it a career.
So now they're admitting what I was saying the whole time, that it wasn't just the offense that was the problem. You know, a lot of your Center fans got mad at me because I told them it wasn't just the offense that was the problem. The defense has got some issues too.
Yeah, but man, that recruiting class we're just bringing in, I didn't even mention this, the secondary we're bringing in. I mean, Reggie Powers is going to be a stud. Boganowski is going to be good. We got some really good this recruiting class, man. I'm telling you, this recruiting class is good, and that's what we're lacking. We are lacking the roster full of those kinds of athletes. And once we have that kind of depth, if you notice, Venables is already showing that his theory is not to, everybody knew he was never going to be a big transfer portal. He said when he took the job that he would have to rely heavily on it in the beginning, and that as they continue to recruit, they should be relying on it less and less. They still need to take players out of the transfer portal, don't get me wrong, but they're not taking as many, and that's by design. And I think that's the right way to do it.
All right.
Jack Acker has a random question that maybe you can help me answer, Jonathan. Who has better Southern comfort food, Alabama or
Louisiana?
Hang on
Louisiana, Jack.
Hang on a minute.
Alabama or Mississippi?
He didn't say better Cajun food. He said
Southern comfort food.
Southern comfort food.
Dog,
So,
I promise you go
Louisiana's
down.
not really Southern. Y'all.
I've been to Louisiana plenty of times. Trust me.
What?
I was in Louisiana all the time, man. Southern comfort food. Look,
Dude, Big
Maybe
Honus
Louisiana.
Kelly, would you please?
Y'all can't have it all, man. Y'all got the Cajun food. Y'all can't have Southern.
I'll
food.
give you the Cajun, the gumbo. I'll give you even seafood. Give you all that.
Yeah,
But
gator tail, all that shit.
yeah,
Ryan
better fish.
Ryan
You got better
Thibodeau,
fish.
would you please step
Southern
up?
comfort food. Who's better, Alabama or
You
Mississippi?
can't match that. You can't. Oh my Lord. Anyways,
Okay.
I'd say Alabama just because Mississippi. I've never tried any of their food, so I'd say Alabama.
I've never ate in Mississippi. What did I tell you?
Oh, I'm saying Alabama is Southern comfort food would be better than Mississippi just because I've never tried Mississippi's.
I don't know. I always go for what my mom and grandma's cooking, so I'm gonna go with Alabama.
Louisiana's sort of like Florida. Y'all ain't really Southern states.
What? I don't know about that, but
I'm just aggravating killer.
yeah, I was about to say you're definitely
you are.
pushing his button now. Because I was pushing, but you're really starting to push.
Look, man, they French, man. Bunch of Frenchies.
So, Big Honus says the only Southern comfort he wants is a drink.
Hey, you right on that, SoCo, with some sweet tea. My man.
See,
Like,
MCAT knows what I'm talking about. When you talk about New Orleans, I don't care what kind of food.
Yeah, that's not Southern comfort food. That's Cajun.
not.
Hell, it isn't, man.
That's
What
Cajun
are you
food.
talking about?
That's Cajun food.
What are you talking about, man?
That don't count.
Bland country fried steaks. I ain't never had a bland country fried steak in my life in Louisiana.
That's because y'all put that Creole on it, man. Y'all put that Cajun stuff on it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
That's not Southern comfort.
that doesn't make it. That's not Southern comfort food.
You can't put that shit on there.
You look at the definition of Southern comfort
That's
food.
cheap,
Literally.
man. Y'all cheap.
Trust me, I know what the hell Southern comfort
Yep.
food is.
We're gonna look. We're
Y'all
gonna
cheap
see.
like cheating worse than LSU's basketball coach was.
What? Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, that dude was guilty.
What's
as
up
hell.
with that dude, man?
I don't know. I don't know. I said Alabama and Mississippi because I usually think of those two states. Well, Mississippi, unless I'm mistaken, is the most obese state in the country. So
We do have more of a Southern drawl than
It
these
is?
states. Louisiana's got more of a Cajun tinge to their drawl.
depends on what part of Louisiana you're talking about.
Yeah,
New Orleans sounds different than Baton Rouge, sounds
Yeah.
different than Acadiana, sounds different than North Louisiana, which might as well be East Texas. You just
And
cut
Cat.
that bitch off right around Alexander.
Bro.
Just saw that son of a bitch off, saw the top off,
Fort
Let that-
Polk.
let them go to East Texas.
Port Arthur. No, nobody wants none of
You
that.
want to read this comment out for some reason?
Southern comfort is when you can actually get good food at a gas station.
I know several.
That would be Alabama.
I don't know why Alabama has good gas station food, but it is true.
Just don't go to Anniston.
No, I'll agree with you. I
Or
agree there.
Or the plains of Auburn.
Yeah, don't go down to the barn. There's a bunch of barn monkeys down there.
There we go. Look at this. Nola is Creole, Cajun is. There we go. So,
and all of it's good.
It's just not Southern Comfort, though. It might be good, but it's not comfort.
I mean, if you think about it,
I just play
Southern Comfort wouldn't that be considered nostalgic food to you in general? Because it's comfort food for you.
That's right.
So it could be any food you want it to be.
Technically, that is correct.
It could even be shrimp.
And then you're right, mushrooms. You're right. You're so stupid.
From out of nowhere, he just throw. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's gonna stay on this
zinger.
Look at the joy on his face right now. Look at how much pleasure he got from disrupting that with even mushrooms.
I feel like I'm singing that Marky Mark song in the back of my head.
I'm from the north, so I don't know the difference between Southern cuisine. I mean, where JPC's from, possum on the side of the road is probably cuisine.
You talking about Tuscaloosa, man? That's home of the Crimson Tide, man.
Well, are you from Northport or Tuscaloosa?
I'm from Tuscaloosa. Actually, I'm actually from a suburb.
Or not Northport, but
called Holt.
There we go, Holt. There we go. You're from Holt.
Chicken and dumplings is
10 minutes from Tuscaloosa.
Chicken and dumplings
is part of Southern comfort food.
Holt's not there no more. Tornado took it.
Yeah. Well, didn't take you with it.
I know.
Took your hair though.
I had moved to Northport by then.
Took your hair though, didn't it?
Tornadoes don't even want nothing to do with Northport.
Oh, chicken and dumplings is good Southern comfort food, man.
Who?
Yes, it is.
It's chicken and dumplings.
Yeah. My wife makes some good ones.
Yeah, she makes good chicken and dumplings.
Jack says that's Oregon cuisine.
I need to get Killer Breeze and we'll get some of that Creole down there. That Big Cojones Kelly been telling me about. He told me them crawfish down there were like on steroids and shit. They look like small turtles. They're so damn big.
I love good crawfish, man. Good crawfish with corn, potatoes. Right up my alley.
I'll boil some crawfish that'll set you on fire.
Now I don't like super hot shit. Okay, I'm not trying to. I can't handle this shit anymore. My IBS, right? No, but for real, I cannot handle like super spicy foods anymore. It just kills me.
We can temper it down a little bit. I don't know that you really want to do that, but we can temper it down a little bit.
And now you got damn Big Cojones Kelly on this thing, man.
Yeah, dude. I've seen a lot of bad press on Poundtime and Tebow. It's been great.
How y'all like that meme that I made?
I think
it's back in coming out of college, Florida State.
Look at the Jerry curl on his head, man. That's some straight late 80s shit right there.
I mean, it was that time.
Oh, right. It looks just like Michael Jackson, man.
I don't know about that. By then, Michael Jackson has already changed colors.
Michael Jackson wasn't white yet. He was still a little
black.
white.
It wasn't? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Once again, yeah.
Michael Jackson, yeah. I ain't going to get into all that. I'll be called a racist or some shit.
Oh, chicken fried steak. Man, fried okra, yes. Smash it, yes. See, now we're cornbread. You need good cornbread, man.
Cornbread, collard greens.
There's a new place here in Tuscaloosa that's actually run by Asian people that has soul food and Chinese food together. It's called Wings Kitchen. And they have some of the best fried okra that you ever get, man. I even got egg rolls with my hot wings.
I mean, whatever works.
That shit was good, man.
This is why the U.S. is full of 350-pound monsters walking around.
All right. That's why everybody's got some version of diabetes.
But yeah, turnip greens are good too. 100%, Lori, on that one. But yeah, I'll be honest with you. One of my favorite simple dishes, dude, pinto beans with a ham hock in it and cornbread, and I'm done. Boom.
Yeah. See, I would do white beans.
White beans, yeah.
White
It's not
beans and rice, man, with a ham hock and some jalapeno in there and some cornbread. Fuck.
Dude, that's like a meal too for like a week almost.
What's
Yeah,
Soul
dude.
Glow? What's Soul Glow? I never heard
Soul
of
Glow was from Coming to America. Don't
Yeah,
let your
yeah,
soul
yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Silky smooth.
Oh man, killer with the good one.
Oh man.
Killer answered the trivia question for me.
And yes,
Yeah.
my homemade
That's
cornbread.
pretty good. That's pretty good, Caroline. Mary Caroline.
Jiffy is not cornbread in my opinion.
I remember that Soul Glow shit. That dude sat on that damn couch and there was a big ass just dripping grease all over the couch and shit.
It was great.
Oh, Jack. Oh, you hurt me a little bit, man. I love hush puppies. At a fish fry, you have to have good hush puppies at a fish fry.
White beans with tasso and smoked andouille, yeah. That's man. White beans is my favorite. I know everybody loves red beans, but I
never tried that.
I never had andouille before at all.
Oh my god, all of it is great.
We may have to make a trip at one point.
I like the ham. I usually after Christmas I'd get the honey ham, what was left on the spiral and the hot, and just throw that son bitch in there with some white beans and an onion, and cook it for.
Everybody's making fun of Alabama.
Good.
Everybody's making fun of Alabama for struggling with USF, and they're up 31-0 on Syracuse.
Yeah, I know. They are whooping them, dude.
They're going to end up going at least, what is that, 7-5 maybe? Or 8-5?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and my Sooners lost to North Carolina yesterday. That was a bummer.
What? So they're not undefeated?
Alabama lost again, so don't feel bad. We lost to Arizona.
Well, that's.
They didn't have their best player just didn't have a great night, and they, man, they're just kind of. This is the first under Porter Moses where they've been pretty good. And they just still have a little ways to go.
What's the name of your basketball coach again?
Porter Moses.
Yeah, because a lot of people want to get his ass fired last year.
Well, he has. This is really the first year that they've kind of been what they were supposed to be under him, and I mean, honestly, man, they look good this year. I mean, they just still, like I said, this is kind of the first year where it's all started coming together, and they just need. I just think he needs a little more time, but it looks like they're on the right track.
So, chat, don't try hush puppies from like a chain restaurant.
Yep. I figured you'd like that.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now.
You don't get hush puppies at a chain restaurant like Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel's got some good breakfast now, but not the hush puppies.
Cracker Barrel's got some good everything.
Mary Caroline says she can't take credit for the Soul Glow. She stole it off of Ryan, a.k.a. Big Cojones Kelly.
Yeah, Big Cojones, he's talking about coming down there. Man, I go through New Orleans all the time. I'm off I-10. I don't know if you live off I-10 somewhere, but I drive through there all the time.
I have lived off of I-10 before, but I don't right now.
Yeah, I-10 runs
I-45. I thought I-10 was bad, but I live off I-45 now, and I-45 is a bitch.
Oh, yes. See, this is what I'm talking about right here, man. Turn it. A little bit of salt. Well, actually, more than a little bit. I love salt, too, on it.
My wife got a mixed bag of it was turnips, kale, and collards all mixed together.
Oh.
That was some good stuff, man. She cooked some cornbread with it.
Hell yeah.
So we may have to make a trip off I-10 Lafayette. Yeah. So
shit, y'all making me hungry. I ain't even ate supper yet.
Well, my mom's got a house in Lafayette, and so
we do need to all get together somehow. I mean, some kind of tailgate party or something.
If Big Cojones Kelly is is down in Lafayette, then the next time I go down there,
He's tried to come down there a few times.
We got it, yeah. And like I said, I got my mom's house down there. She bounces between Lafayette and Austin, so a lot of times I can go down there and y'all could all come crash it at my mom's place. She won't be there; it would just be us.
Dude, that's only 6 hours from me. I mean, so it's gotta be what, 3 hours from you in Houston?
Lafayette's a little bit further than that. Lafayette's probably like 3.5, 3:45.
Okay. Yeah. Because it's about three and a half for me to get to you in Houston.
Collard greens or turnip greens? I'm going with collards. I like
collard greens.
The collard, the leaf is sort of bigger.
That's a tough one. It depends on what I'm eating with it. To me, it depends. I am crucial on my sides. I know most people want to concentrate on the entree, whatever it may be, but me, I concentrate more on the sides. So it depends on what I'm eating with it. So if I want a lot of salt, I'm eating turnip greens. So if I'm in my workout, when I used to work out all the time, I ate the hell out of turnip greens.
All greens are good.
Used to. Keyword.
All greens are good. I get down on some Brussels sprouts too.
I'm right there with you. I'm used to workout.
Yeah, I'm about to get back to it.
I need to get back on it myself.
I mean, after I go to Vegas, I'm getting down when we go to Vegas. Apparently, my girl's making me go to a place called oh my gosh, it's some grill place or a burger place. If you don't finish your food, a nurse comes out and spanks you in the middle of the restaurant. What the hell?
So Lafayette, Louisiana is probably about 6 hours from Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, because it's about 6.5, 7. It's going to have to be because it's about 13 from me to you, right?
We can go down there for a Raging Cajun football game. I mean, I'm sure we can get tickets to that. It won't be expensive.
Yeah.
Well, we could stay at the house in Lafayette and go to an LSU game. I mean, and LSU is 45 minutes down the road.
I've never been to a game at LSU.
Oh, dude,
me neither.
There's nothing like it.
I would like to do it because I hear it's the most intimidating stadium in America.
You just got to see it to believe it, man.
There it is. Thank you, Mary. Heart Attack Grill. I couldn't think of the name of it.
What is that?
It's the grill. It's the place I'm going to in Vegas that we got to go to, I guess. And it's this place where if you weigh more than 350 pounds, you eat free. And if you don't finish your food, number one, they put you in a hospital gown when you walk in. And if you don't finish your food, a nurse, basically your waitress is a nurse. She spanks you with a paddle in the middle of the restaurant.
Where the hell is this?
It's called the Heart Attack Grill. Let me bring it up on YouTube and share my screen.
Where is this place?
It's in Vegas.
He almost said fart grill.
No, it's in Vegas. Let's see here.
I would like to go to Vegas one day. I've never been to Vegas either.
You have to go with me because that's my. You know me in Vegas. I love going to Vegas.
I know you never been to Vegas. I thought this was your first time.
No, I've been when I was in the military, man. We went to Nellis Air Force Base all the time in Creech.
Oh shit, we should just come down here and go to Philadelphia, Mississippi.
There we go, right here. You see this? This is what happens when you don't finish your food.
Hell yeah, I'll let her spank me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't finish my food on purpose.
Look at that.
That looks like Mary Caroline. You wear a dress like that, Mary Caroline? Jonathan does.
You're so stupid.
Jonathan's in that transgender agenda.
Yeah, okay. Well, they like hard. Look at that.
Hey, man.
God damn.
That shit.
Yes.
I ain't doing that. That looked like some shit that happened to me in 6th grade.
Yeah, they don't play games. They like
Jesus Christ.
I had a teacher named Miss Croom. She was the wife of Sylvester Croom.
Oh my God, she broke the handle.
Broke the handle.
Man, the hell with that shit. I'll be fighting somebody.
Yeah, I might have to.
I'm like, I'm not going
I'm
to
not
finish my
saying I would
food,
hit her, but
and you're
I'd
not going to
kick
hit
the
me with
shit
that
out
piece
of
of
her.
wood because I'm leaving.
I'll smack you in the face, and you won't do nothing about it. How's that
We'll
sound?
roundhouse your ass.
I mean, I already did it before. Drug you across your own
I
apartment.
pushed you down that chair twice up here.
Yeah, okay.
You tried to get up. I said, man, you don't try to get up again, man.
Yeah,
Third
okay.
time's going to be the charm. Won't cross your running lights.
Believe it or not, I've never went there at all. I've been to Vegas almost nine times, 8 or 9 times. Never been there. But most time I went, we were working.
Jonathan gets his paddlings behind closed doors in the hotel.
Yeah,
room.
there we go. And he knows.
Jonathan used to be a big fan of Dennis Rodman in a dress.
You're so stupid. Why don't you have to slip it that way? We'll have to do a live stream when I'm up in Vegas for the New Year's games.
Yeah, I want to see you
Yeah,
get
man.
paddled.
Mike, you out of here? Sounds like
I'm
Mike's
going to go
out
with
of
you. I'm
here.
going to ask him if I can take a swing at you.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
going to accidentally on purpose miss your ass and I'm going to hit you out in the back of the neck. Pow!
Take it easy, Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Thanks for getting on here.
Don't bounce too hard.
Oh, I can't go to the bunny. I can't go to the bunny ranch, bro. I'm gonna have somebody with me. I'm taking somebody with me, so I can't go there.
Woo!
Bunny ranch?
I don't think I can afford the bunny ranch. You got to put that shit on layaway.
Put it on the hell way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going. Yeah.
I don't ever need to go to Vegas ever again.
Usually when I go to the casinos, I just play on the slots, man, and get the free liquor.
Yep.
I'm not a real great card player. I used to play cards, but it's been so long, man. I forgot how to play that shit.
Oh, it's just like riding a bike. It's just like so. The Heart Attack Grill is closed because of illness and death. Lori says she kids you not.
It shows it's open right now. It definitely shows
talking about some COVID-19 bullshit.
So who do you guys think did the other than Con Time in Colorado, and of course Tebow and USC? We know that they fell well short. But who else do you think
fell short on recruiting?
Who else do you think?
Oh, Billy Napier in Florida just dropped a ball.
Dude,
completely.
Florida was ranked in the top 15, though.
I think Florida was ranked as high as number 3 this year.
Yeah. But I still think finishing in top 15 is good for him, right?
No. You're in the SEC. You were brought in to win championships.
Coming off a 5-7 year.
Dude, they lost.
And whose fault is that?
They lost seven commits in the last 2 weeks, 4 of them on signing day. That's bad.
Go to Dick's and get roasted the entire time he's there. Where's Dick's?
What about Lane, man? I think Lane did pretty good at Ole Miss.
He did. Yeah. Lane is toasting, bro. He's going to stay at Ole Miss and keep collecting his paychecks.
I hate to say this, but Auburn surprised me more than anybody. Auburn finished 7th.
Of course.
I know.
With a 6-6 record.
I know.
But as far as dropping the ball, man, I don't know, man. I mean,
Texas dropped a little bit.
Michigan, I think Michigan's one that really dropped the ball. They barely made the top 20, didn't they? Like 20th?
15.
Lori said it must be a different heart attack girl. So what it was, it said the one in Arizona, the owner died because they're franchised out. It said the owner died of pneumonia in 2011 in Arizona, and they closed that one. But all the others are open.
And Oregon finished like 6th, and recruiting, and Washington finished way down. Like you would have thought Washington would have capitalized on being able to beat Oregon twice. But Washington did.
So I think do you want me to do a live stream when I'm there at the restaurant?
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Absolutely.
If you don't let them hit you, I want to see that shit.
The hell? I'm going to order the smallest thing on the menu.
What now? Tell me
Absolutely.
again the rules. You got to weigh 350 pounds. That didn't get
No. If you weigh 350, you eat free. They have.
Did they do that?
I don't know,
Are they
but
trying to go out of business?
you can buy an IV with wine in it.
What?
What?
You heard that right.
What did you
There's
say?
no way you can't shoot the alcohol into your veins.
You must
But,
be talking about an episode of Blockers when John Cena took that funnel in the ass.
no. Bonging in the ass.
Yeah, that other college student was faking it, man. They wasn't putting it in his ass, and John Cena was taking that beer in the ass.
Let's see here. Let's see here. They
What's
still
the
do
rules?
it.
You got to eat what, or you get paddled? Tell me one
You
more
gotta
time.
eat. You gotta eat all your food.
No matter what you
Whatever
order.
I order, I got to eat it.
No matter what you order, you have to eat it all. And your waitress and when you go in the Heart Attack Grill, you step on the scale and it displays across the restaurant how much you weigh.
Okay.
Why is that important?
It's not important. It's just for fun. Why is everything got to be important, JPC?
Why y'all fat shaming people, man? Why y'all doing
Shut
that?
up. But yes, Heart Attack Grill right here. I'm about to show you. It's a big old one right here, bro. Let's see here. Share screen. All right.
I don't think Florida State's got a chance in the world.
IV drip of wine, bro. At Heart Attack Grill.
That you suck on, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
They're not gonna let
No,
you.
I was gonna try to get JPC to ride with it, but I couldn't get him to do it.
Killer done busted it for you.
So
Killer come in and messed that up for you.
I don't see how Florida State has a chance in hell of beating.
Well, they done had a couple of players sit out, right? They had one of the great defensive players sit out. He ain't played.
Yes.
Who? Georgia?
Florida State.
Oh, well, they may
Florida
get
State,
Although
Players
Georgia does have a lot of highly rated players in the portal. I mean, it is kind of crazy what they have in the portal right
I
now.
mean, neither one of them teams is probably going to have any players for the game.
Carson
Freaking
Beck,
Orange
maybe.
Bowl. They're probably going to end up like the Louisville game did, real boring.
Maybe
Brock
so.
Bowers probably ain't going to play, is he?
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't heard that he's
If they
not.
got Brock Bowers, they'll probably beat the shit out of Florida State, man. Brock Bowers, healthy alone, can beat you. Alabama knows that.
Yeah.
I don't feel sorry for them. They're crying about that shit. They was talking about that, we beat them when they were banged up and they didn't have half the team. I'm like, well, 2 years ago, we didn't have half of our offensive team. All of our wide receivers were out of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Play
It's
Georgia.
just excuses. It is
Did
what
you hear
it
about
is.
the Georgia lawmaker that was trying to make the Orange Bowl a part of the playoff?
Really?
That ain't gonna happen.
They need to give that up,
They're
man.
grandstanding, man. That's all they're doing. They're trying to get votes, man.
Yeah, Dick's is a restaurant where everyone's extremely rude to you on purpose. That's actually in multiple spots. I've heard about it. I've never been.
We just went over that, Clara, earlier about Florida State. They had a meeting today about the possibility of leaving, but a lot of the legal experts are saying they really don't have a leg to stand on. They signed the contract to 2036. Nobody made them sign that contract. They didn't have to sign it. So I don't know why they're crying about the shit. What do you
Just being
think?
babies, man. They need to just be shut up and go play football.
I just can't believe how big of a crybaby fan base that is. I didn't think Florida State was like that, man.
I didn't either. I expected more out of them, honestly. They turned into quite the bitchy little group.
They have turned out to
They
be
have.
a bunch of little crying squaws on the reservation down there. Dix,
Why?
what would I do?
Nothing. You're just stupid.
What'd I do, man?
You know exactly You know exactly what you did.
Oh yeah, you play stupid. I don't know what I did.
What happened?
What did I do?
Nothing.
Let's see.
Jesse's that guy that needs validation.
I ain't validating.
He's like an ex-girlfriend. Like,
What am I going to validate?
It was all your fault. You triggered me. You gaslighted me.
Dick's is a restaurant in Vegas where everyone is extremely rude to you on purpose.
Well, all you gotta do is just get on here, and you'll experience the same thing.
That's right. Because Jonathan was a dick.
Oh man, you know what's crazy, Killer, is that Jesse used to be a lot worse, and I had to calm this dude down.
I had to change channels, man.
This dude literally is toned down quite a bit from what he used to be.
The boogeyman.
That's right.
Yeah, he used to be bad, like bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Traumatized a few people in Facebook. Sport.
Yeah, you did.
Laura, you out of here? Good night, baby.
Good night, Lori. Thanks for getting on here. Yeah, Jesse is the master of that.
Damn it, Ryan! What are you giving my secrets away for, man? I didn't even know what gaslighting was till someone told me. I'm like, damn, I've been doing that since I was 12 years old.
Yeah, I was the one that told you about it.
Y'all call that gaslighting? I call that playing it off.
This dude, he used to get me going pretty bad.
What are you trying to play it off on me, man? You used to do some shit too. You just better about it.
It's so funny. Everybody thought Jesse was just the bad guy, and I'm behind the scenes like just stirring it up the whole time.
It should tell you a lot that Jesse and I became friends pretty quick, and I'm guessing it's because we're very similar in that regard.
Yeah, when you can get the owner of a channel to lose his shit in the comment section just because you made a slightly critical comment.
Well, I would love to take credit for that, but I think the bigger truth is just that he doesn't like criticism at all, because I've seen him do the same thing to other people too. So, it's his thing. He just wants you to agree, and I'm not down with that.
How many channels do I got?
He's had quite a few.
The world will never know. It's like the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop. Remember that old commercial with the owls licking that lollipop? How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop?
Dude, if you had to get
3.
Did he ever tell you how we met?
No. Tunnel of Love at the State Fair?
Basically.
The Blue Oyster Bar.
Yeah, I saw him swallowing a corn dog whole, and I was like,
and you thought that takes talent.
No, in all seriousness,
he didn't break it or nothing.
I rarely use Twitter, and I sent him a message on Twitter, and this was back in 2016. How long ago was that? I can't even remember how long ago that was. And supposedly he said you were not really on Twitter yet, JPC. Were you using it very much? Was it an old account or what?
No, I just rarely got on there. I just happened to get on there one day and saw it.
And we're like, we should do something together. Make a channel together. And that was Crimson Showdown.
Yeah.
Something we built, and we built that up quite a bit. We were making decent money off of that.
And Jonathan unplugged it.
I did not unplug it.
He claimed someone told him they was going to get him for copyright or some shit.
Well, we were selling stuff. It didn't say like Crimson Tide or University of Alabama on it, but we had sayings on like wristbands, and we had all types of stuff.
Crimson Showdown was a copyright name, but it wasn't.
The word, well, you gotta realize Crimson is, if you go and look at the here, I'll bring it up. I'll show you.
Bagman wants to know if the Outlaw would ever attend the USC home game. Bagman, are you a Trojan fan?
Looks like he's got your boy on there. Looks like he's got Barry Switzer on there.
Yeah, he's got Barry Switzer on there. It looks like.
Okay. Yeah.
Barry Switzer is probably the one guy you don't want on your program if you don't want nobody to cuss. Barry Switzer, man, he got a potty mouth for real.
Barry Switzer's the man.
Would I go to a USC game? Probably not, because I don't want to go to Los Angeles. But if I was to go with a contingent of buddies, I might go. I'm not going to go by myself, though.
I'm not going.
Look, USC. Look,
If Alabama wants to play USC in a home and home, I might go.
and it's a rough part of Los Angeles too. It's not exactly.
I ain't going to that shithole. I ain't doing it. I'll go. There's plenty of other great stadiums in the country if I'm trying to go see a good stadium. I don't need to go to the Coliseum.
I want to go see a whiteout at Penn State.
Penn State would be great.
You want to go see the showers at Penn State? Is that what you said?
You're so stupid.
They're going to do shower hour at the Sandusky Second Mile Foundation.
I can't say nothing without this guy.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
That's just. So
You're going to get me going in a minute, man.
You set yourself up for that one.
No, I didn't. Dude. Oh,
everybody knows about Penn State.
What?
Penn State.
Penn State?
Penn State.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
So do we think Michigan's going to be able to steal signals from Alabama since they hired a former linebacker coach? You heard about that?
Yeah, Alabama got a.
Nick Saban, I'm going to fix this shit.
Yeah, he got. I mean, the dude went on the staff this year.
You stole some signals? Hold my beer. I'm going to steal your coaches.
Take your coach.
I don't think Michigan's going to be able to get away with that anymore.
Harbaugh does not like Saban. And he he swears up and down we run the score up on them. It wasn't a 35-16. They scored 70 points on Indiana in the regular season. They accuse us of running the score up.
Harbaugh's an idiot.
Something ain't right about it, man. You can just tell by looking in his eyes, man.
Something ain't right about you, that's for sure.
Something missing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've heard of the Dust Bowl. My dad grew up in the Dust Bowl. My dad was born in 1929. Old as hell. Anyway, he's not around anymore.
Lots of Californians of Oklahoman descent.
Yeah, that's the whole migration from the Dust Bowl to California. The Grapes of Wrath.
Is that like the Trail of Tears or something?
Are you serious?
No, I'm serious. Did the Trail of Tears go through Oklahoma to California and Oregon?
I don't know where that went, honestly.
Y'all still have reservations in Oklahoma?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, they made a lot of them move further out west. That's why they had the Trail of Tears.
Yeah, large, very large Native American population in Oklahoma. Big time. Big time.
Got that one, didn't you? You already got
Boys,
it.
I think I'm going to have to run, man. I got to run.
All right, brother.
Good seeing y'all, man. Had a good time tonight, as always, and I'll be in touch.
All right, brother.
Take it easy.
We all do need to get together somehow.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Rhino 26 has been hitting me up over here. PMs about that store.
Yeah, you didn't remind me today. I had off today. I told you to remind me.
I forgot about myself. But we need to get us some shirts made, some Skittle Shitter shirts or something. What about y'all? What kind of shirts do y'all think we should have for the store? I know Skittle Shitters is probably going to be the number one seller, some variation of that. Don't lose your noodle.
Comment in the comment section what you want. All right, I want to get off here as well. I got to work tomorrow, unfortunately. So I had my one day off today.
Well, fortunately, I don't work tomorrow. I work when I want to work.
Shut up. You'll work when I tell you to work.
Fix come out there and work on that head. You keep running that mouth.
Yeah, come down here. I'll show you.
Backhand your ass.
All right. Well, it's fun. Hit me up later.
All right, check you later.
Everybody in the comments, have a good night.
And that was Killer Breeze, the consummate Oklahoma booster and the podcaster formerly known as College Football Jonathan Lewis. Now he's just my bitch on call. And, when I tell him to get his ass in here, he gets in here. So that's why he's a good bitch on call, right? Don't peel your tater. Okay. That could be a good shirt. I could probably sell it to Spencer's. If y'all know what Spencer's is, it's like an adult store, sort of. I wish what? I ain't got a wish. You already my bitch. Bitch. Corn dog shirts. That's an idea. I ain't thought about that. That's right. We have to make us some corn dog shirts. Don't lose your noodle, Skittle shitters, what else? Y'all want me to try to have any guests on here? You can also drop that in the comment section or hit me up under on Facebook under Jesse Paul Clark, spelled Jesse without the I. You can hit me up on there and throw me a few private messages and give me some ideas for the show. And if you want to be in my groupie, as Becca has thoughts alluded to earlier, we can start a groupie if you want to. But all kidding aside, yeah, hit me up on Facebook and private message and give me some ideas for the show and some ideas for the store that we're going to build and some T-shirts, maybe some hats, that kind of deal. Two Crimson Nation shirt, that would be awesome, Fred Bagley. By the way, you'll see everybody in here with a badge. Fred Bagley, Big Cajones Kelly, Jack Acker, among others. You want to get your badge and get deputized, it's $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. You get your badge, you get deputized, you'll be the random Four Horsemen shout out, as well as possibly be the comment of the day on the actual podcast. With that, I'm out of here. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Subscriptions are most important. And KMCA to all the other teams. Class is now officially dismissed.